In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. You're listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show with your host, Kate Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart, and co-host Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also co-hosting Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. These are your hosts, bringing you the ultimate in sports news for the ultimate sports fan. Be sure to download the Try99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now sit back and prepare to get into another episode of the Just Us Sports Talk Show.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Well, what a second for one.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? If I'm not mistaken, this is the last Monday in the month of July. Man, this July flew by, guys. I mean, it went whoosh. Let's go on. It went fast. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the summer. Hopefully, you guys get a chance to get out and enjoy your summer. So, let me tell you about my vacation. So, the week before, my back started bothering me. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm able to make it. And then that Thursday morning, I got up. It was really bad, so I took Thursday off. Friday, my wife and her sister went to the beach, and I'm just laying in the bed with the heat pad on, the icy hot, the trembler on me, vibrating my back and everything. Like, man, this is not gonna be good for me. Wake up Friday. Wake up Friday, and everything feels better. Saturday, everything is great. Go to the beach feeling fine. Come back that Tuesday, my back started bothering me again. But I was at the beach, and the water got to my ankles. It got to my calf, and I had to back away. I was just sitting there in the sand, chilling, having fun with the sand in my toes, and something crawls on my foot. And here it was this little turtle. I was like, see, man, that's why I ain't getting in the water. Now, the thing about it is, just imagine this. So I'm at the beach. There's a little dip in the water, right? Would have brought it up to maybe my thighs, and then I could walk up, and I'll still be in the sand. The tide was really low that day because people were way out there in the sand. My wife, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, come on. I was like, how y'all doing? I was just standing right there in the sand. I was not going out in that water, man. I'm sorry. I don't trust it. And you guys will get here one day. When y'all get about my age, life is precious. So you're not trying to attempt anything crazy the older you get. So anyway, but I had a good time. I had a great time down there. Went to an all-you-can-eat buffet. And I swear they gave me, it was all you could eat crab legs for like $40-something or something like that. The guy brought me, it's supposed to be 3 pounds. He brought me about 6 claws. I know it was way over 3 pounds. So of course I ate some and I got some at the house. I gotta make sure I eat those this weekend. Well, no, I'm not gonna eat them this weekend because I'm going to a family reunion, but they'll be eaten by Sunday night for sure. But that was my weekend at the beach. Had some fun. Enjoyed with my family. It was a little hard too, man, because my sister-in-law was there, and a lot of our thoughts was with my brother-in-law, and so it was kind of different, but we got through it, man. I'm glad people keep my family, keep me in prayer, because it's a little hard for me right now, man. It's really hard because of all the things that we were supposed to do this summer coming up. So I'm just trying to maintain some guidance here in my life, and hopefully that can help me stay above water when it comes to things like this. But come home Saturday, come home on Monday, and my cousin calls me, tell me my uncle passed away. So now I have to go to another funeral on the 9th. So it just keeps coming, guys. It just keep coming. So, but what don't kill you make you stronger, you know. So let's move on. So let me see who we got on the line here. We got Dana and we got Curry on the line. Oh, we're gonna have some fun with y'all today.
May
We're
I
gonna
make
talk
an
about the
opening
Miami
statement?
Dolphins. Make an opening statement. Go ahead.
I hate Philly.
I hate
Seriously,
Philly. Seriously,
this is the last
this
weekend
is the
without
last
football.
weekend without football. Um, you're right. And also, is everybody down to do the football pool?
You mean the fantasy football
You
pool?
mean the fantasy football? Yeah. Fantasy football. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Curry, are you down to play?
Yes, I see you last week. I sure am.
Okay, great. Who's gonna take care of that? Is that gonna be you, Mo?
I'll set it up while we're doing the
I'll
show.
set it up while we're doing the show. Okay,
Are we
that's what's
using
up. That's what's up.
ESPN or
Are
we
we
using
using
NFL?
ESPN or we using NFL? You guys care?
I don't care.
Okay. All right, Mo.
What?
Get the
Super Bowl year for Dana
What?
and the Dolphins.
get the
What
easiest one for us.
sleeper app?
Sleeper app.
Sleeper hat?
Sleeper app.
Right there, right there on your wall.
It sounds like Rich. You setting that
It
up
sounds
there.
like Rich, you setting that up there.
All right.
All right.
Really, I just need phone
Really, I
numbers,
just need phone numbers. Okay.
and
Okay.
then I
So
can send out the invite.
everybody can send out the invite. Everybody send at the end of the show, make sure you guys send Rich your phone number. So it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us. It would nice. It'd be nice to have 10. I don't know if Lou plays fantasy football or not. We could ask him. We can include him. If you guys got a friend or two, to ask, and if we can get 10, that'd be cool. But anyway, let's get down to some business. I gotta say that Jazz Chisholm might be the key for the Yankees to overcome the Baltimore Orioles. I love that kid's energy. Oh my lord, I love his energy. And Matthew was saying that he's supposed to come to the Mariners, but there was question mark of his integrity or his lack of, or whatever the case may be. But he's going to the Yankees, and they're a mature team, so I think they'll get him straight. But the guy said, it's good to play for a team that you grew up liking. You know what I'm saying? So that says something for him, because he's going to probably put his all into it. Not saying that he couldn't have been a good Mariner, but he watched the Yankees growing up. So in the baseball players, that's where you want to, that's the team that you cheer for. That's the team you get a chance to play for. So you'll give it your all. You'll give it 110% to stay there and maintain a good positive attitude with all the players you have. But anyway, excuse me. We had a bunch of trades going on, more than I can count. The Dodgers made a trade. I traded for a pitcher or something. I don't even know what else they gave up. Um, but I know Boston made some moves. Curry, did the Braves make any moves for anybody in the trade deadline?
I've kind of been out of pocket last couple of days, so I'm not sure what they've done.
Okay. All right. So let's get started here. In MLB standings 2024, you got the Baltimore Orioles are 63 and 43. They won 2 games in a row. They're 5 in the last 10. The New York Yankees are 62 and 45, 1.5 games out of first place. I think that trade gonna do something for them. Boston did some major moves too. Rich, I think a pitcher. They got a pitcher they had before. Yeah, he was with the Dodgers. He went back to Boston, so that should help the bullpen. But they've lost 2 in a row, and they're 3-7 in the last 10. Not good. The Rays and the Blue Jays are right there in the basement. Cleveland Indians are still Cleveland Guardians are still hanging in there at 63-42. They won one game to 5-5 in the last 10. I believe, they have the best home record at 33-15. Minnesota Twins are 4.5. They're playing some good baseball as well. They're 4.5 games out of first place. Kansas City has fell off to 6.5 games behind everybody in Detroit, and Chicago White Sox has pulled up the rear. Seattle did it to me again. They did it to me again. Houston Astros 55-50, 30-22 at home, but they're 25-28 on the road. Lost one game to 5-5 the last 10. The Seattle Mariners are 56-51, got the same exact record away of 25-28. Won 3 games in a row. They're 4-6 in the last 10. Texas Rangers are 4.5 games out of first place as well. Should be something to look for. Philadelphia Phillies still maintaining the lead in the East to 65-40. 38-18 at home. They 5 games above 500 on the road, which is kind of scary. But they're plus 114 in the run differential, but they lost one game to 3-7 in the last 10. Atlanta Braves are 56-48, 8.5 games out of first place. Won 2 games in a row, they're 4-6 in the last 10. The Mets are 55-50. That's the best they've been in a long time. They're in third place. Milwaukee Brewers is comfortably in lead with 60-45. 30-19 at home, 30-26 on the road. Won one game. They're 64 in the last 10. St. Louis Cardinals are 54-51, 6 games out of first place. 27-24 at home, 27-27 on the road. They are minus 48 run differential, but they won one game. They're 4-6 in the last 10. Pirates have won 53 games. They're playing good baseball. Chicago Cubs coach manager probably get fired. I'm not surprised that they're not sellers right now. So they must think that they're going to do something sometime soon. I don't know when, but Cincinnati Reds, who we thought was going to be better than what they are right now, are 50-55. That division is probably the toughest division right now. If you look at it, everybody has 50 wins. That says something for that division. The Dodgers are 63-44, 29-24 on the road, 5 games above 500. Not good. Playing their 94, not there, but plus 94 run differential. Won one game, 7-3 in the last 10. Played the Astros, and if there's one team, I don't know about you guys, but that's one team that always has the Dodgers number, no matter what. They just can't get over the hump with the Astros. Astros took 2 out of 3 from them. The Padres are 57-51, 6.5 games out of first place. Lost one game to 7-3 in the last 10. Arizona 55-51, 7.5 games out. They lost one game. They're 64 in the last 10. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, but the hottest team in the hottest team in MLB right now is the San Francisco Giants on 53-54. 53-55. And they won 4 games in a row, 6-4 in the last 10. So we should see some more trades going down in the MLB. We should see some teams making some moves, and we should see some leagues spreading out a little wider. Just looking at Colorado, they're 38-69, and they have lost so many games by 1 or 2 runs. It's incredible. It's I guess it's the luck of the draw, how you may have it, but that's what's going on in baseball. Again, there's probably still gonna be some more trades going on out there. So we'll see where that leads us to in the near future. I'm trying to pull the show up on a page, but it's not there. I don't know what happened with the show. Next up is Olympic Games. Let's go around the horn and tell us what's the most exciting thing. Let's say what's the best thing that you've seen so far and the worst thing. And I think we might all agree on the worst thing, but we probably won't agree on the best thing. So let's start with Sandman. What was the worst part of the Olympics you saw, and what's the best part of the Olympics you saw?
Worst part is so
Worst part
far
is so far
is the
is
athletes
the athletes
that are dealing with power
that are
outages
dealing
in
with
their
power
hotel.
outages in their hotel.
That is something that was
That
brought up
is something that was brought up
yesterday morning,
yesterday
but
morning,
they're
but
trying to fix that problem right
they're
now.
trying to
But
fix that
other
problem
than
right now.
that,
But other than that,
best event that I've seen so
best event
far
that I've seen so far
is probably rugby.
is probably rugby.
Oh yeah, you see that
They,
girl? You get to see that girl smash her in the face. The girl's rugby.
mm-hmm,
She's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, okay,
she was in that Heisman pose.
She's in that Heisman pose.
yeah. Dana, what's your thoughts on Olympics?
My thoughts are I haven't watched it yet.
How can you be the host, the co-host? See what I'm saying, guys? See how Dana do me? See how Dana do
I
me?
got to get into it, man.
See how Dana? Y'all see how Dana do me all the time?
I had a lot of family events this weekend.
Oh, did you go to your birthday party again?
Well,
I was going to say the same
I was
thing.
going to say the same. Somebody else in a birthday party. And then I had I helped the kids at the church. They had like this Olympic thing going on, and I was like one of the judges and all that.
Hey Dana.
That summed up my whole weekend.
Dana, I'm gonna tell you, this is what you need to do, man. You need to put ESPN on your phone. That's on my phone. I stay up on everything pretty much when I see that. I mean, when when it comes to sports, I can.
Can you watch it?
Yeah, you can watch on your phone. I watch some things, but I always get the bell, then it, and I look at my phone and see what's going on.
Well,
some good
I
things.
just want to apologize to the team. I'm sorry. I wouldn't try to watch it starting this weekend.
Okay. Rich,
Yeah.
what you got for us?
I got a couple things that as far as best.
Best.
The men's breaststroke. I want to say the 100. That was probably the best swimming race I've ever seen. It was like watching the Jamaicans and Shikari, racing each other on the track. It was a great race. Simone Biles injured. Went out there and went crazy. Like the American team went crazy, but Simone being injured was watching her work was crazy. And I just like to see the women's basketball dominate the day. It was a beautiful thing. The worst thing I've seen was the women's 4x1 or 4x what was it? Or 1x what is it? They're
You talking
the
about
relay, the 50
swimming?
by 4 or whatever it is.
You talking about track or swimming?
Swimming.
Oh yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, I ain't like to see that.
Yeah.
But only because they got the sister at the end.
Yeah. Ted said we put a whipping on Japan. Woman balling.
Yeah, they did.
All right, Curry. What's up, Curry? Tell us what you didn't like and what you did like.
Well, I mean, I have no use for archery, but the I haven't watched much of the Olympics. Like I say, I've been out of pocket a little bit, but I did see the where Simone Biles had a triple flip, first female that ever did that. So that's going to be the best thing I've seen of what I've seen.
Okay. What was the worst?
Like I say, I got no use for archery, so that'd be the last. That'd be the worst.
Okay.
Worst.
All right, Mo, what you got?
Similar to Curry, loving Simone Biles, man. Especially when she got hurt. I was gonna say best and worst. Because when she got hurt and then came back and just killed it. But Vive la France. So my best is actually seeing the US #1 and France being #2 in the medal count. So
Okay, okay, okay. Um, my best actually was watching the cycling, the women's cycling, the road. Yo, that was crazy, man. That the lady that won it she was so far ahead of everybody, man. I'm like, wow. But that was pretty exciting, because you had somebody fighting for that gold. I mean, the silver and the bronze at the end. So that was pretty exciting for me. I think the worst thing was the performances that they did before they came into the stadium. I don't know what that shit was. I'm like, I had no idea what that stuff. What were they doing? Can somebody please tell me what that was?
we are a kids show
Anybody
here,
know?
man.
I said,
We are
I
kids
said
friendly.
S H. I said
What has
S H.
happened to
I said
this host?
SHYT. I said
Since he
SH.
done put on that 76ers shirt, he been off.
Oh my God! What was it? Tell me. I need to know. Somebody need to tell me what that was.
It was a Dan
Anybody
Clark
know?
production.
Anybody know?
It's France.
I had no clue what that was. And they're still apologizing for that, or what they were doing. First of all, it was raining outside, and I saw the guys on the bridge, and they were slipping and sliding. I was like, "Yo, that's not good. That was not good at all." I had no clue what they were doing. Now, when they had the cases, when they brought the case, was it Gucci? Not Gucci. What was it? What kind of case? The cases they put on the boat. Not Gucci, but um, I can't think of the name of it.
Louis
I
Vuitton.
think it was the Louis Vuitton. I think it was Louis Vuitton I think they had the the fire stick, or whatever you call it, that set the fire on. I think that was in it at first, and then they was running through, and it took way too long, because I was upstairs watching. I was probably binge watching something. I don't know what I was binge watching. I was binge watching Band of Brothers. I went downstairs like 4 times. My wife was still watching it. I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing? I had no clue whatsoever. No clue whatsoever. I was like, this is too much right here. I said, way too much for me. But then again, like this morning, I did watch some boxing. The guy from the United States lost, but I think he had an opportunity to win, but he just didn't bring it in the first round. He won the second round, and I think if he would have been more aggressive in the first round, the third round could have been better for him, because the guy that he's fighting was from France, I think, and you could see he was getting tired, you know. But the guy in the United States, I don't think I think the best he can place is the bronze. Um, you got the gold, the bronze, the silver, right? Gold, silver, bronze. What is it? Gold, silver, bronze. Yeah, gold. Yeah, right. Right.
Yep.
Gold, silver, bronze. I think the best he can do is bronze. But there was a guy from Germany who was from Cameroon. Yo, he was tearing this dude up this morning. I mean, he was popping him all in the face, and guy couldn't do nothing. He was chasing him around the ring the whole third round. He's probably gonna end up winning. He's a really good boxer. You're probably gonna hear about him going pro really soon. So that was kind of cool. So looking at the medals, United States has 20, France has 16, Japan has 12. Okay. Japan has 6 gold, France has 5, China has 5, United States has 8 silver, France has 8 silver, China has 5 silver, United States has 9 bronze, Japan has 4 bronze. 4 bronze, and France has 3. Yo, have France been this good for this long, or is it just that it's called home cooking? Anybody know? Because I don't never remember the France having these many medals this early part of the Olympics. I'm just saying. I don't
They ain't got no runners, so.
They ain't got no runners, so they got. But you know what though? I don't think a lot of people realize this. Like, I know in Japan, and I think it might be. I think France might be the same way. If you earn a gold medal, then you don't have to. You don't have to work for the rest of your life. Government takes care of everything. Take care of all your needs because you brought a gold medal to the country. I definitely know it's in Japan, and I think it's in France too. It might be in other couple countries too as well because you bring in some notoriety to that to your country. So I got a question for you guys. After the Olympics gonna be in the United States in 2028, right? They're gonna be in Los Angeles.
Yep, and then the Winter Olympics
And then the Winter Olympics
in 2032 will be in Salt Lake.
So where's the Winter Olympics gonna be at this year?
They're not doing winter. They don't usually do winter at the same time.
No, they got winter in 2
Winter like
years.
this.
I thought they do it every 4 years, right? Back to back.
They do summer every 4 years on even years, and then so 2020 was the last summer. 2024 was
So,
2022 was the Winter Olympics, and then 2026 will be the next one.
so in 2026, it's going to be in Italy.
It's gonna be in Italy. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So, okay. So I'll be retired in 2028. So maybe I might try to go to LA and catch some Olympics. See how that works out for me. That might be a good thing. We look up. We got two viewers watching us today, so that's a good thing. Thank you guys for coming in. If you guys want to call us, 512-543-4462. Just give us a call, chime in to whatever you want to talk about, and we'll adjust our show to listen to what you have to say. Give your opinion and facts or whatever the case may be, and we can go on. Now, with the Olympics, I'm not understanding the situation with Jason Tatum or Halliburton. You're blowing these guys out, and you can't get these guys in the game. And now Steve Kerr is back talking. He's backtracking why he didn't play them. It's like he might have forgot they was on the bench. Anybody think he forgot? I think he forgot they were there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think he forgot they were there. And it looked like LeBron probably was subbing himself in whenever he wanted to. Him and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant really looked good, right? But is he gonna say it had the same flavor when it comes to the NBA playoffs, NBA play-in games? We'll see how well that does. But he does look good. I mean, he set things on fire. Embiid looks out. He looked like a fish out of water for real. He should not even be there, in my personal opinion. When you got two countries booing you, that's bad. I mean, when you got one country booing you, but then when you got two countries booing you too, that's really bad. And so he had Cameroon, and France is booing him at the same time. I'm like, man, what are you doing? And he said that he really wanted to play for Cameroon, but he didn't think they was gonna they were not gonna make it to the Olympics or be in the Olympics. And my thing is, if you're the MVP, if you're a former MVP of the NBA, you will yourself to help them win some type of games. You do that. Come on, Embiid, you gotta do that. But anyway, getting back to the Jason Tatum, Steph Curry. Curry says, "Oh, he'll play the next game," but he made it seem like that Halliburton and Jason Tatum didn't fit the mold of what they needed on that game. And I'm like, well, Jason Tatum plays defense. I'm not saying Halliburton is not a defensive guy. He's more out there to be a facilitator, which I still think Curry could have. I mean, Kyrie could have been a better facilitator than him on the team, but we already know why Kyrie's not on it. He's not a Nike guy. But again, everybody's making it about Jason Tatum, but I'm making it about both of them because I've been in that situation before where a game's going on and I'm not playing, and I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong not to play. And then the coach says, "Oh, Kevin, I didn't see you down there. What the hell you mean you didn't see me?" Every time we call the timeout, I'm getting up. You know what I'm saying? And now you see me, and then you put me in the game when the game don't matter. I mean, I just wish that. Excuse me. I just think that Mo, you might want to chime in on this one. I think he's mad because of that blowout we did to them at the end of the season when we beat them 140-88 when they set all his starters down in the third quarter. I think he thinks that he's thinking on that level, but that's okay because you know what happens. You just give him more motivation. You're gonna give him more motivation. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron looks good. The team all in all looked pretty good. Serbia 3-point shots wasn't really hitting, but I think that's the team that's gonna really challenge them. That team in Canada, I think, will really challenge the United States for the gold medal if they can get that far. But other than that, I'm just waiting on the track and field. That's gonna be fire though, man. Because they said they're already talking trash to each other. They go to breakfast, and they be talking. They said the one guy learns English so that he could talk trash to the long jumper from United States. He learned English so he could talk trash to him while they're sitting there eating eggs and bacon. I like, okay. So next up, guys, is college football. Get ready, Kyle. And I'm making a
Can I say
prediction right
something real
now.
quick?
Go ahead.
Thunderstorming here. If this was 20 years ago, I'd have to be like, guys, I got to get off here because my mama told me that I got to get off here because it's storming outside. I got to turn everything off. I got to unplug everything and turn off the lights and get away from the window.
You're right about that. Sit down, boy. Be quiet. God doing his work.
Being
God's
quiet.
doing his work.
It's got to be quiet.
I'm
It's
like,
got to do with anything.
I'm like, what the quiet got to do with thunder and lightning? Sit down. Turn that TV off. Don't you move.
Go to
I
sleep.
also want to say something about the last comment. About the Olympic basketball.
Go ahead.
South Sudan just beat up on Puerto Rico today, and we have them next. And I think South Sudan is a serious problem. Like they're bringing athleticism like they've been playing in the United States. I'm just watching, just observing, and they are flying around. I'm just saying, we got them next, so we about to find out.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna
It would have been
find out.
crazier with Bobo. Bobo would have been okay.
Yeah, but my great grandma's like, sit down, boy, for that light to strike you, mess up all my lights in the house.
Close my windows.
I'm like, can we
Close
play
my
cards?
shades.
Go get those candles and sit down and play cards. Don't you move no more. I'm like, okay, grandma. And then, hey Mo, then she does this when it thunders. She starts counting 1001, 1002, 1003. I said, why you doing? She said, I just want to see where it's going. If it's gonna stick around, we in trouble. If the longer it takes, that means it's moving away. I said, okay. I said, I learned something today. So anyway, college coaches, guys. We got some coaches already on the hot seat. This is my prediction going forward that Neon Dion will be the next coach for USC Trojans. My man ain't getting it done out there for USC, and they're playing in the Big Ten. I think they're gonna let him go. He's 15. He's 15-8 in the last 2 years or something like that. He's like 20. He's like out of 23 games, he's 15-8, which is not good. USC brought him there to be a winner. You had the number one draft pick in the NFL. I mean, in the NFL on your team, and you couldn't get it done. And I think a lot of times, and this is where I think that people kind of understand how college sports is. Even though you may have a depth chart, like Matthew sent me a depth chart of Penn State. I don't know why, because I'm a partial Penn State fan. I'm not a full Penn State fan until they do something, right? But like, for example, they only have 3 middle linebackers on their team. Now, just say if 2 of the linebackers go down, now he's down to 1. So that means he moves somebody into the linebacker spot. But that just goes to show you that you may have 5 stars on your team, but when they get hurt, then you're out. You out of luck because you don't have nobody to replace them, right? And so, I think the problem with USC might have been that a lot of guys got hurt, but again, it's part of the game. We didn't think USC was going to do any damage, as far as them being a playoff contender. But I'm just saying, I think Neon Dion might go to USC. I think the Gators coach.
I got a question on that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You say that you think Dion may go to USC.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, what's on his resume that you see that warrants him to get that particular high-profile job?
Because he can recruit.
That's all you basing off. You're not going on wins and losses.
Nope. I'm going off of him being able to recruit. Because
okay, let me stop you right there, please. If that's the case, then USC they're not going to move the needle any kind of way. If you're not getting somebody that you think can win, I mean, you can recruit all you want to. What's he done? Look at his recruits already leaving the school that he's at now.
But Kerry, that goes for every school basically. That's what's going on with most guys. They're leaving to go somewhere where they can shine when it don't really matter, because at the end of the day, iron sharpens the iron, right? So if you leave because you got somebody that's competing with you in the same position and you leave to go to another school, so when you go to the NFL combines, you're gonna still be competing against that same guy, And I don't like the way that is, but it is what it is. But I think by him going to USC, right, being the Big Ten, now they can recruit California, they can recruit and all the Big Ten states, and surrounding areas. And I think he's a motivator, especially if the guy that played both ways, if he gets drafted high next year in the draft, he stays healthy and gets drafted high. The problem with the NFL is going to have is that kid's going. He said he's going in as an athlete. He's not going in as a wide receiver. He's not going as a defensive back. He's making a new position as an athlete. So that right there, a two-way player, that says something about him. Now, can he do it in the pros? It's going to be kind of hard. We haven't seen that since when? Deion Sanders. I think he probably was the last to play wide receiver or kickoff. Hester from Chicago did kickoffs and he played defensive back, but they didn't play on the offense. Every so often they played on offense. I don't know if he can do the same thing for a full game, but again, if he comes as an athlete, that's what they're going to expect from him. But I think that with because Deion's been in the pros, he knows what it takes to get them there. I think that's why Nick Saban was so good at Alabama, because he had been in the pros, so he knows what the pros are looking for. That's why I think sometimes pro coaches make the best college coaches, because they have all the control, right? And they know what it takes to get them to the next level. And the coaches at USC right now is already on the hot seat, and I think that might be a place for Deion because I think his one son will still be there in school. The other one probably the quarterback is probably going to leave after this year. They're talking about him being in the top 5. He's in the top 10 drafting going forward. This class is not that quarterback strong, but they're saying that he's a high value. I mean a high draft pick coming out of Colorado. Now, I mean, he can go to, especially if he goes to Colorado. If he's still at Colorado, they do well, and somebody's going to be out there looking for him, and then it becomes a money thing for Deion because Colorado will probably want to match what he's doing. If not match it, if they can't match it, then he's going to leave. But I think USC could be the place that he could end up going because they need that type of coach to get them back on the map to do the recruit they need to do. And I think if you do the recruiting, you will bring in the best play. You will get the best players on your team. You'll get the best players on your team, and also you have guys that's in the portal that will come to you as well. Because you look at the quarterback that went to USC, he was from Oklahoma, where old boy was, and he went out to USC, and USC and lit it up a little bit, But again, he didn't have the talent around him to prolong his career after last year, but he ended up being a number 1 draft pick. And at the end of the day, I think Deion is like, I can get you there. You know what I'm saying? I got the tools. I know the tools to get you there. I can make some phone calls. But once you get there, you gotta shine. And if you get the money, you get the money. But I don't know if you guys saw the UCLA coach. Man, who is this? I don't know if you saw the UCLA coach talking.
Deshaun Foster.
Is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see it, Dana?
Like, why did he freeze up like that?
So I'm gonna let you guys listen to this.
Coach Foster, welcome to the Big Ten. We'll begin with your opening statement.
How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here. Glad to be a part of this great conference. Finally putting 2 great emblems together, UCLA and the Big Ten. We're a school that's won, 123 championships, so this fits us being right in this conference. Football-wise, we're just excited. I'm sure you guys don't know too much about UCLA, but our football program, but we're in LA. It's us and USC. We I'm just basically excited, really. That's it. Any questions?
In a second.
So he said,
Hey Mo, he
said,
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
The Sean Foster. Is that
the
running back?
I don't think so.
Not that running back. Different
Not that
guy.
running back. Different guy.
Yo, he said, y'all know too much about me, but us about UCLA. We're in California, with USC. I'm just excited to be here. Any questions? I'm like, dude, really? Yo, he could have had something on paper and read.
I have some breaking news to your
What's up?
I heard that Dion, if the Cowboys don't go to the Super Bowl, or I think it's the NFC Championship or Super Bowl, he will be fired. Deion Sanders will be offered the job to the Dallas Cowboys, and he's going to draft his daughter to do it, and Dak will be out of there.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that too. But he said he didn't want to coach the pros. He said that's not a desire of his of wanting to coach the pros. He said he wanted to stay in college.
That's what all they say with that.
Yeah, I heard that too. With about Deion going to Dallas. Yo, but I mean, guys, how can you get up there and not have a piece of paper or something in your hand that says we're UCLA. You don't know too much about us. How you know what they know about that? That's it. Come on, man.
You want to know why he said that?
You want to know why he said that?
Why he said?
He wasn't prepared, man.
He knows he's going to have a bad season.
He's going to have a bad season.
Because at their schedule, they got at LSU. Then they host Oregon. And then at Penn State. So when you look at those three in a row. Oh no, the first three are at Hawaii. And then hosting Indiana. But you know he's going to be doing a lot of traveling. Because you're going from Honolulu to Happy Valley. And that ain't going to work out.
Yo, well, I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing at the moment that he was talking and he just like, I'm just excited to be here. Come on, man. You gotta come better than that. You have to come better than that, man. So, but anyway, is there any yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, that reminds me of Wake Forest basketball. They had hired a coach a few years back, Jeff Vince-Delic, and his opening press conference was he came in there and said, from the school he came from, I mean, his record was horrendous, man. He was terrible. And first thing he says in his press conference is, don't look at my wins and losses. I'm like, okay, well, what are we supposed to look at? Come on, man. That reminds me of that guy.
Oh my God.
He didn't last long.
Yo, I think Penn State coach is on the hot seat as well. They have to make the playoffs this year. When you got 12 teams that make it, if they're not one of the 12 teams, and the funny thing about it, if you look at their record in the last 3 years, they've been consistently in the top. They've been a top 15, right? They get to the bowl game, and guys don't want to play in the bowl game, so they end up losing. And that's a topic we can talk about later on. Is how you gonna sit guys out at the end of the season so they don't get hurt to play in a bowl game and things of that nature. So I think they're trying to get away from that. That's why they did so many teams for the bowls coming up. But we'll see how well that goes. Anybody else got anybody they think that's that could be on a hot seat in college football?
I feel like Ryan Day's on the hot seat.
Ohio State?
Yep. He's got to prove a lot this year. Because the way they played in the bowl game, majority of those people are the starters this year. Because Ohio State lost a ton of talent. And they got three tough games this year. And they're going at Oregon. At Penn State. And hosting Michigan.
Yeah, that could be a tough one. That could be a tough one. I forgot about him. So you're looking at three coaches in the Big Ten that could be fired if things don't go their way. I'm telling you.
A coach that he's not on the hot seat at the moment, but by mid-season or towards the tail end of the season, he could very well be on the hot seat, and that's Mario Cristobal, because he's got a a pretty good team put together down there, and if he can't win some games in the ACC this year, he's gonna have some problems. And I don't think
Miami.
Is that Florida?
I think he's definitely on hot seat.
Is that the Gators?
Miami.
No,
Miami.
I totally agree.
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Kalen DeBoer. You don't even know who he coaches.
You mean Kalen DeBoer?
Oh, yeah, Kalen DeBoer.
Is he coach? Does he coach Houston?
No, we talked about this
Quiet,
last
Matthew.
season.
Be quiet, Matthew. He don't know. Who is he coach for?
Come on, this is the biggest news in college football. This happened right after the playoffs.
Huh?
He loses 3 games this year, he could be fired. That should tell you right there who it is. Go.
Alabama?
Yes.
Yes.
For Washington.
He ain't going nowhere. I don't think they're gonna fire him that quick.
I'm saying you lose 3. He's going to be on the hot seat though. He lose 3 games this year.
But now that you said now, so let me ask you a question though. If they lose 3 games, they're still in the playoffs, right? You would think.
Nah.
You wouldn't think that Alabama losing 3 games would still be in the running for playoff game.
Nah, they'll be 3rd in their conference. They ain't getting it.
Okay, let's write that down. 3 losses. So we're gonna look at the schedule if we get a chance to. So right now, for the national championship, the odds are Georgia plays Ohio State for the title. Oregon Ducks and the Texas Longhorns are 2nd and 3rd. Alabama is 4th. Ole Miss is 5th. LSU is 6th. Notre Dame is 7th. Penn State is 9th. Florida State is 12th. Florida State is 11th. Michigan State is 12th. That would be the pecking order. Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Missouri Tigers. So let's look at this. You got one independent team. You got one. Where's Oregon at? They're still out west, right? They're in
They're in the Big Ten.
So it's 14. So it's 4 teams that went to the Big Ten. Oregon State, UCLA.
No, not Oregon State.
So who's the 4th team? USC,
Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA.
Okay. So you got SEC in the Big Ten. That's it. There is nobody else. Then you got Tennessee and you got the Hurricanes. You got the Hurricanes, who's from the ACC, who should be in the Big Ten. You got Clemson. You got Texas.
Now, just a heads up, that 12 could be a non-conference, like a non-Power 5. So you could be looking at like a Mountain West team.
They gotta be undefeated. They would have to have. If they have one loss, they might get in, but I don't know. Looking at this,
a Pac-2?
The Pac-2 or whatever.
Yeah, Washington State. And Oregon State.
Pac-10 no more. It's Pac-2.
Yeah, Pac-2.
I guess we call them 2-pack.
I'm just saying though.
We call them little because they ain't biggie and they ain't 2-pack.
SEC, and the Big Ten is about to rule this thing. They're about to make this thing all about them. And by doing that,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so neither.
Okay, so.
All right.
Don't sleep on the ACC, man.
You sleeping tough.
SEC overrated, man.
You said what?
They're overrated.
Who, SEC?
Absolutely. It's Georgia and the rest of them dudes.
I don't think so, man.
They play like 8 home games.
Man, I
Of
think
course you gonna win when you can play 8 home games.
I think
It's like what you said. They don't step out of their neighborhood.
well, they don't, and that's the problem. That's one of the problems I have. But again, if you look at you got Alabama, Arizona, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, LSU, Mississippi State, Missouri, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Texas Longhorn, and Vanderbilt. Out of all those teams,
all that stuff.
I would say
All
Auburn.
that new stuff is trash in the SEC.
I said Auburn, Arkansas, and Vanderbilt, and maybe South Carolina might not be. Texas A&M might not be in the running for anything. But everybody else, I think, got a chance to get in the playoffs.
Texas in there too.
Do what?
It's only 3 coming out of there.
You think it's only 3 teams out of the SEC?
Alabama, Georgia, and LSU. The rest of it,
I agree.
Write that down. I agree.
All right, Dana. So you saying?
Write that down. Bro.
Okay, I'm writing it down. So you got 3 teams.
I'm bringing the spice to the show.
So 3 teams, and you're gonna say there's gonna be only 3. SEC has 3 teams: Alabama,
right,
Georgia, and LSU.
Yes, sir.
Anybody disagree with that?
I'm gonna say maybe Missouri. Maybe.
We're gonna put Mizzou in there as a wild card.
I wouldn't rule out Tennessee.
And that's what I'm saying. So did Tennessee lose their? They didn't lose their quarterback. Got drafted, right? I think the quarterback got.
Not what this year was. That was
year before last. The wide receiver. No, the wide receiver got drafted. All right. So from the odds maker, they have all they have SEC and they got Big Ten. Hey, what's up, Lou? So let's look at the Big Ten now. So Dana, let me ask you a question. How many teams out of the Big Ten you think gonna make the playoffs?
I'd say I give them 3 too.
So who would those teams
be? Them 3 to 4.
What teams would that be?
Sure. Hold on, let's see.
So I'm gonna give you the names.
I'm in the right division.
I'm gonna give you the names. Illinois.
Yeah.
Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland.
Mm-hmm. No.
Somebody said yes to Maryland. Who said yes?
I did.
Is that Lou?
Yes.
All right.
Lou interrupted the program.
Lou said Maryland.
I think you will. Okay.
Damn.
I'm gonna give you Ohio State, Penn State.
Mm-hmm. Ohio State, Penn State.
Yes.
Okay, so let me go back because you stumbling. Maryland. So we got Michigan State, Michigan. Did Michigan get in?
Okay, there go my 3.
Michigan,
Ohio State. What was that?
Who's your wild card team? So you got Minnesota.
I'm gonna go.
You got Minnesota, Nebraska, Northwestern, Ohio State. No, Oregon Ducks, Purdue, Rutgers, UCLA, USC, Washington Huskies, and the Badgers.
Oregon.
And Oregon.
Give me Oregon.
Anybody agree with that?
I do. Forget Rutgers. Even though it's my home state, forget it.
All right, Dana. So you got Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, and Oregon. I got that right there. Anybody else? Anybody else think that it might be see something different, or do you guys want to do it? Let's do it. You guys, that's ACC fans, okay? I ain't got no more stickers. What stickers at? I ran out of stickers.
You ain't got no more sticky notes.
I do, but I don't have none here. Right, I'm gonna write y'all down.
I'll send you some Steeler ones.
I'll write you. I'll burn them. I write them down on my notebook and I'll put them on the board later. So ACC guys, Mo.
Yes, sir.
We got Boston College,
Doing
California
what?
Golden Bears. Oh my lord!
Yeah, California Stafford, baby.
California went to the ACC.
Yeah.
Cal and Stafford.
Duke, Florida State,
Georgia.
NC State.
Georgia.
Louisville.
You got no Georgia.
I said Georgia Tech.
You said Georgia.
I'm sorry, Georgia Tech. Louisville, Miami, NC State.
Mm-hmm.
Is that?
Are you saying who I'm saying?
No, I ain't saying
NC
Wait a minute,
State.
Dana. Wait a minute, Dana. So you got NC State, North Carolina,
No.
Pittsburgh,
No.
SMU, Stanford.
SMU came? Oh, good
Yes.
Lord. I forgot.
Yeah.
I did. I forgot about that.
SMU, Stanford,
They were
Syracuse.
voted in before
Say what, Mo?
Stanford and Cal. SMU was voted in before. They didn't nobody against them. They didn't like going all the way to Cal and I am
You
choosing
picking them to make the playoffs?
Florida State.
All right, wait a minute. Okay.
And maybe Clemson. That's the only two.
So you said NC State, Florida State, and Clemson. That's three.
No, I didn't say NC State. I'm an NC State fan. I'm not saying NC State.
Okay.
I'm saying two
Curry,
teams.
what you got for ACC? I know you're ACC guy.
Yeah, I'm going with Mo on that one. I can only see Florida State and Clemson coming out of that, and only because they got 12 teams. If they was up to 4, I wouldn't even see either one. Maybe Florida State.
All right. Hey, Rich, what conference you like?
They called the two. I'm an ACC guy. I'm Florida State. Those are the only two I would have said.
Okay.
Unless Miami shows up.
Matthew, where you at? You in the Big Ten now?
Yeah, I'm in the Big Ten now. At the Pac-2.
Who you got? The Pac-2. So who you got going to playoffs?
So my wild card told me Iowa.
Iowa.
And then Ohio State.
Okay.
Oregon. And Washington.
In Washington. Lou, you're Big 12, right? I mean not Big 12. What's
Big Ten.
Big 10? Okay, who you got going in?
Yes. Well, you gotta have Ohio State, you gotta have Michigan, you're gonna have Michigan State somewhat. Northwestern. Rutgers, they disappoint me too much.
Is these the teams you picking? Wait a minute. Is these the teams you picking to make the playoffs?
Well, not the major ones. You may be one of the second or third tier bowl games.
Give me your top 4 to make the major bowl.
Oh, okay. Michigan.
Okay.
Ohio State.
Okay.
Northwestern,
Okay.
and the
And who else?
Boilermakers, Purdue.
Purdue. So you got Michigan, Ohio State, Northwestern, and Purdue. Okay. And if I go back and look at this thing here.
I wonder what Vegas looks
I
like for
wonder what
all of them
Vegas
to
looks
make the
like for all
playoffs.
of them to make the playoffs.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it right
I
now.
put $10 on
I
each of
put
them.
$10 on each of them.
Where is it at? Odds maker. Okay. Oh, where is it? Let me see what we got here. I just had it up. There you go. Oh, wait a minute, future. Oh, I know what's that. Okay. So Lou, Purdue. Oh my God! Let me see where Purdue is. Purdue is 1 million to 1.
Well,
Northwestern is 2 million to 1. Michigan is 3,500 to 1. Ohio State is number 2. They're 325 plus 325. All right. So I was going to ask you guys this question though. Oh, I know what it was. So, do you guys think Notre Dame makes the playoffs?
No, Notre Dame doesn't make the playoffs.
Notre Dame doesn't make the playoffs.
I think their
Okay, let's look at this.
conversation
Their conversation
is
So
is
UConn is independent too. Massachusetts, UConn are independent. I didn't know that. There's only three teams in the FBS that are independent: Massachusetts Minutemen, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and UConn Husky. Why wouldn't UConn go into the Big East?
because the Big East is in the FCS.
Big East is in the FCS.
Where's UConn basketball is where?
UConn basketball's in the Big East.
UConn basketball's in the Big East.
So why wouldn't they go in the Big East for football?
Because the football is in the FCS.
Football is in the FCS.
Oh,
So they would have
okay.
so they would have to go for a long process.
A long process.
All right, so let's look at Notre Dame's schedule.
That'd be the same reason why Notre Dame won't go in the ACC in the football, but they're in the ACC in basketball.
Yeah, that makes no sense. And I'm telling you, I think Notre Dame will end up in the Big Ten when it's all said and done with. I really do. So.
Oh yeah, they have
Notre Dame.
They're
Notre
in
Dame
the ACC
at Texas
on
A&M.
everything else except for football.
Everything else except for football.
Yeah, but I think if they go to the Big Ten, then everything's coming in there.
But I'm saying everything but football.
But I'm saying everything but football.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't.
Because they got a contract with NBC for football. It makes sense.
For football.
Right, but I think the contract that the Big Ten is going to have coming out, because they're getting a new contract in 2 years, I think it is, because I think Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken, Notre Dame was really close to coming this year around, or when they started talking about bringing everybody over and stuff like that. Notre Dame was big on. They just knew Notre Dame was coming, and they were going to wait it out. I think it's about money for real. But I think what happens if you end up freezing them out because they're independent, then they got to go somewhere else. They got to go to a conference. But right now, Notre Dame plays Texas A&M. Is that a win or loss? Who said they don't think they're getting in? Okay, Matthew, is that a win or loss?
That's a loss.
That's a loss.
A loss for
They play
who?
North Illinois.
A loss for who?
That's a loss for Notre Dame, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Piece of cake game.
Piece of cake game
For Northern Illinois.
So is that a win for them?
Yeah, one for Notre Dame. So we're at 1-1.
Okay, so they're at Purdue. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame by 20.
They play Miami of Ohio. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame.
They play Louisville. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame by a field goal.
They play Stanford. Who wins that game?
Give me Stanford.
They got Georgia Tech. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame.
They play Navy. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame.
They play Florida. I got to tell you something after I tell you this. They play They play Florida. They play Florida State next. Who wins that game?
Florida State.
They play Virginia. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame.
They play Army. Who wins that game?
Notre Dame.
They play UCLA. Who wins that game?
It never rains in Southern California.
So you saying USC?
Yep.
Okay, that gives them 4. That gives them that makes them 8. See, 8 and 4. Okay, well, I'm right there on that.
They're gonna be undefeated till
listen,
Florida State.
But check this out though. They have 1, 2, 3 games on the road. This is insane.
And that's why. And that's another reason why. I don't think they're going to go to the playoff is because you shouldn't have that many home games. Now, if they were in the conference, they would have away games.
I like to know what the schedule is.
With them being independent, they gotta have their own budget.
They play Miami, Louisville, Stanford, Georgia Tech, Navy, Florida State, Virginia, and Army at home. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games at home. 8 and 4 might not get them in. With that schedule, but Rich, you were saying they gonna be undefeated to win?
To Florida State. They're not gonna lose a game. They got the Bulls from quarterback Duke from Duke, Riley Leonard. If he comes out firing, everything else is set up for Notre Dame to be in the playoff.
So you really think that Notre Dame's going to win at A&M?
Yes.
On prime time?
Absolutely. Notre Dame is that team that gets up for games like that. And then he's playing his old coach. The Notre Dame's playing the coach that was there last year. And so not last year. Was it last year? It was a former coach, Mark Elko. And they're going in determined to beat him. In Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher was trash last year. And so I'm thinking Mark Elko's probably not as good a coach as Jimbo. And I'm going to say that Notre Dame goes into Texas A&M, puts hands on them, and then runs the table until Florida State. And that's going to be the first L. They're going to be in the playoff. It's Notre Dame.
So Matthew has made 4. Rich, what you got him as?
Who?
Notre Dame.
What do you mean? What do I have him as?
Record-wise.
I see them losing 2 games. I see him losing to Florida State. And I see him losing to some off-brand, like Georgia Tech might sneak up on them, or Louisville.
Okay.
Louisville
So
could be that team.
You got him at 10 and 2. He got him at 8 and 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna see how this thing turns out. Next up, NFL training camp. Good, bad, and ugly. So Rich, let's talk about your 49ers. What's good going on in camp with you guys, and what's good and what's bad?
Um, what's good is not much. We got injuries all over the place. We don't really have a whole lot to be high about right now. Ayuk out of camp. Trent Williams is acting well. I'm not too much concerned about Trent because he said going in that he wanted an extension and that they were going to work on it and he was going to sit out. So it wasn't a surprise that he sat. But we got to get those guys in the camp, get them signed up, and then let's go ahead and chase this ring. We just really don't have anything.
So Brand is not he's not practicing right now.
No, he's at camp, but he's just he's dressed. No, he's not dressed. He's just mental reps.
So that means he don't get fined.
Right. Well, he can get
How do you
fined,
think this thing?
but because he's on his rookie contract.
I thought if he's there, he can't get fined. He just
Well, no, he's there. He can't get fined, but even if he didn't show up, his fines will be forgivable. Trent Williams are not.
Okay. So how you think this thing going to turn out? Because he's came out and said that he wants to be traded, and the coach said, GM said we're not trading you. I want to keep you here. He came out and said that himself. So what do you think is going to happen?
Honestly, I'm thinking that we probably go maybe another week, and then they're gonna basically give him what they gave Jalen Waddle. It's 28. They might give him a little more than Jalen Waddle, maybe 29. And then with Trent, it's just adding money on to adding years on for him, but he's not going to make what he's making now. He'll probably get 15 to 18 million a year. He's 37.
Do you see? Let me ask you a question. Do you see Deebo Samuels being there next year?
No, I don't see a lot of players being there next year. I think Fred Warner will retire a Niner. George Kittle. I think honestly, they're the only two that are safe. The ones that are under contract. Because they can't pay everybody, and we can't get younger carrying all this salary.
Right. Okay.
So this is it. This is our window is officially closed after this season, win or lose.
Okay. Mo, good, bad, and ugly for Pittsburgh Steelers. What's going on?
So Wilson is hurt, y'all. That's
what's up with your coach
bad.
not knowing? What's up with your coach not knowing the kickoff rule, man?
The kickoff rule.
Mike Tomlin may turn to video games to prepare for new kickoff rules.
That's why we signed. That's why we signed Cordarrelle Patterson. We know the rule. He's talking about he's trying to figure out how can we actually do it better, because the problem is we have never really blocked well. So, but that's on the coach. The special teams coach, not on Tomlin.
Okay, well he said he said Tomlin may turn to a video game to prepare for new kickoff rules, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but I'm like, if you know the kickoff rule is changing, why not change? Why not take care of that? Why not go into season knowing about that stuff?
Tomlin is on the rules committee, right? So this is like some
That's my whole thing. Is like, I know he's on the rule committee, so why does he not?
Dude, do you think Mike Tomlin doesn't know the rules? You don't think he didn't know the rules when he stepped out in front of Jacoby Jones?
I'm telling you what he says here.
Jacoby.
He said Tomlin said he expects plenty of coaches to pay close attention to Thursday's Hall of Fame game as they try to determine what the overhaul and kickoff rules might actually look like in play. Steelers coach is prepared to go at step further. He said he's gonna watch Madden NFL. He's gonna watch Madden to learn learn more about the new rule. And he probably ain't the only one. There's probably other coaches that probably um feel the same way as he does. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's the only one. It might be some more, but this is what it says. This is exactly what it says. He says, like his 31 fellow head coaches, Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin is most flying blind on what the new NFL kickoff rules will actually look like in 2024. That's why he's prepared to resort to some desperate measures to try to capitalize on it. Tomlin said he expects plenty of coaches to pay close attention to the Thursday Hall of Fame game as they try to determine what the overall in the kickoff rule might actually look like in play. The Steelers, where was that? The Steelers coach is prepared to go a step further in his own preparation. Coach Tomlin will be looking at the EA and Madden NFL and the Pro Football Hall of Fame for the first look for the new dynamic kickoff to learn the new rules. I imagine there's a lot of guys in my position are going to be watching the Hall of Fame game to see what some of it looks like. Thomas said, "I'll be looking at the EA Sports game when it comes out to see what it looks like. Is just uncharted territory. You pay respect to unknown with the preparedness and anxiety at times. Obviously, the folks behind the Madden NFL 25 have yet to see the kickoff in action, but they know the rules and they have the ability to program something that should be a good proximity of what things might actually look like in the game. Unfortunately for Tomlin, the game is not scheduled for release until August 16th, so he will have to wait a bit under the new set of rules.
Source.
What? Man, this is what I'm just reading what he said, and
Steelers
this is from
Steelers Depot says Mike Tomlin jokes he'll buy Madden to help with new kickoff rules. Come on, man. Stop
yeah.
this.
Okay.
Stop
All right.
this.
All right. Okay. I'm just reading. I'm just reading what it said, man. I'm just reading. Look, don't kill the messenger. Don't kill the messenger, man. Don't kill the messenger.
Okay, Stephen A. Okay, Stephen A.
So Dana, have you been paying attention to the Dolphins?
Yes, sir, I have.
But you didn't pay attention to the Olympics. I see where your mind is right now.
No.
So you and Curry both. You and Curry both. Dolphin fans. And I listened to a guy talk this morning, and he said that he thinks that the Dolphins may take a step back this year, because of scheduling. But they said that their window will be open for the next 3 years, that they should be able to get it done. Now, Tua just got a new paycheck, right? Do you guys agree with the money that Tua got? I'm gonna say no. But I'll explain to you guys why I say no. But Dana, give me your thoughts first, and then Curry, you can go next.
I'm going to say yeah, because he progressed as the seasons went up. Because I remember when we started, it was like, ooh, we're gonna stay healthy. It's time to go. But I guess he learned how to fall in karate class. He said he's the number one passer in the NFL. Yeah, if they keep the weapons, no injury, I still get back. Ain't nobody that scheduled that Miami. They can stick with Miami the second half with that receiver for Miami has. You just got to play some nice ball, keep running. I think the only little problem we have, our key to is linebackers.
Okay.
Linebackers, that's it. The secondary nice and young. I think Miami ready. I don't think they're gonna take a step back because everybody's second and birth with Aaron Rodgers. They done kicked Josh Allen to the curb. They don't care about the Patriots no more. So that's it.
Okay. Curry, what's your thoughts?
That's it.
Curry,
we not scared of Tom Shady, Buffalo. Bengals.
All right, Curry, what's your thoughts?
Did you say the linebacker crew would take a step back?
No, I say the linebacker crew is the weakest part of the defense.
Oh man, I think our linebacker crew is better than it's been in the last couple of years. But moving on to yes, I think Tua deserves the contract, and for a couple of reasons. Number one, as Tua said, hey, the market is the market. He didn't set the market. The market was set by the owners, and every quarterback that's been drafted in that draft class has gotten paid. And the first 2 years that Tua played under Brian Flores, uh, it was a joke. He had in year one, he had 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and an 87% passer rating. Year two, 16 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and a 90% passer rating. Now, under the new coach, he has a 25 touchdowns and 8 touchdowns in the first year and a 105 passer rating. And last year, 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions with a 101 passer rating. So my point is, he's gotten better under the new coach. And this is the first time in Tua's whole football career, going back to high school, that he's had the same offensive coordinator for 2 years in a row. Because when he was at Alabama, they was constantly changing out offensive coordinators because they were moving on to different jobs. And like I say, with Brian Flores playing with him, that was a joke. So now he's with a coach that he's familiar with and he likes, and the coach likes him. So, that's pretty much a good match right there. So, yes, I think he deserved it because his numbers is there. He led the league in 5 of the major categories. So I don't see how you can say he don't deserve it based on what the other quarterbacks are getting. If you can tell me something that they've done to deserve what deserve the money and Tua don't, then I'm ready to listen.
Okay, so now Matthew or Mo, the quarterbacks that was drafted with him, can you guys give me a list of that? I had it up and I lost it. I can't find it no more. I had it on my had it up here because that was going to be part of my reason.
Drafted with who?
That was drafted with him, or in that they were in the same class.
Well, you had Joe Burrow. You had Justin Herbert. If I'm not mistaken, Jordan Love was in that draft class, and Tua, and yeah. So
I think that
those are the ones that have got paid.
I think that's the 4 that I had. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the money, but I'm looking at the win-loss because I think when it comes to your stats, you have stats to get you in the Hall of Fame. You get stats to put you on the AFC all Pro game. That right there, your individual stats get you there, okay? And the individual stats can get you that money, but at the end of the day, you gotta win. Go ahead, Mo.
Tua has the best
Who
meme.
has the
Yeah,
best
bro.
meme? Yeah, bro.
Tua has what?
Has the best meme out there
Has
right
the
now.
best meme out there right now.
I still you said the best. I can't hear
The best meme out there
The
right
best
now.
meme out there right now.
the best meme.
Yeah. You don't know it?
What's that?
You don't know it?
No.
Oh, sit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
You know, y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. So getting back to what I was saying, right? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve the money because the stats is what gets you. Your stats and your win should get you the money. But and I agree.
I'm not saying you don't deserve the money, but you're saying
I
you
agree.
don't deserve the money.
No, what I'm saying though,
You
at
can say Trevor,
I
you can say Lamar Jackson, you can say all of them. What has Lamar done?
can I talk?
What?
Can you let me talk?
Oh, my bad, kid. My bad, kid.
So I'm putting Lamar down here. At the beginning of the morning, I said, yo, he deserved the money. But then I would listen to a talk show and the guy changed my mind completely. Because what he said was that he's not saying he shouldn't get the bag. He said, but then he's 1-6 against teams that's above 500, right?
One season, right?
Well, I'm talking about I'm assuming he's
and
talking
that's
about
one season. Now you're not looking at it.
no.
See, that's why I don't listen to ESPN. That's why I don't listen to these other sports outlets, because they always paint the picture that they want you to see. And if you listen to them, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But if you listen to another show and they'll tell you something totally different, and you say, yeah, you know what, that makes sense.
Okay, so what I'm doing,
that's why I don't listen to that.
What I'm doing, I'm looking at the schedule from last year, right? They lost to Buffalo, who was 3-1. Let's see who else. Let me see. We lost. They lost to Philadelphia, who was 5-2 at the time. They lost to Kansas City, that was 6-3. They beat Vegas. They beat New York. They beat Washington. They beat Tennessee. They all had losing records. They beat Washington. They beat New York. Had a losing. They had losing records. They beat Dallas, right?
So Kevin.
So hear me out. Just hear me out. So they lose to Dallas.
I'm trying to.
Who had a winning record, right? Am I looking at the right schedule?
They beat Dallas.
Yeah, they beat Dallas, and they lost to Baltimore, who had a winning record, and they lost to Buffalo. The game that they should have won, right? That's the game they should have won, because remember I kept telling you, I said if they have home field advantage at any point of the playoffs, they should win. That was my whole thing with Miami, was they need to have home field advantage, and the schedule will set them up in that manner. But they end up losing to Buffalo, so that kind of threw that out the window, because I was riding with you guys all the way to the end, right? So I'm just saying though, when you take that in consideration, and I know you say face value, but I'm just saying I wouldn't have gave Tua a contract right now. Tua would have had to play this year out, right? I'm not saying, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he don't deserve the money, but he would have played this year. He would have played this year out to show me that he can actually do what he does. Because again,
he's already shown you that.
But again, but wait a minute. The reason why I'm saying that, because of them being 1-6 against teams that played 500, that's above 500. That's where I have a problem with it. That's where my problem lies.
So you're not going to count injuries, Kevin. You're not going to put injuries on none of them.
Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Kevin, you're looking at this thing from 30,000 feet. Let me bring you back down to earth here a little bit.
Okay.
Now you're blaming Tua for losing to some quality teams that were in the playoffs. Those were good teams that he lost to.
Right. But again,
well, hold on. Now
go ahead.
You're blaming him for losing those games, and like I say, those were quality teams, all playoff teams that you just mentioned. Now, now look, you didn't take in consideration that Jalen Phillips was hurt. Bradley Chubb was hurt. You didn't take in consideration in that Kansas City game, you only had one starter on the O-line in that game. Waddle was hurt. Mostert was hurt. Man, how can you survive that?
Okay, so I get
See,
you.
That's what I'm saying. You're looking at it from 30,000 feet.
No, I'm not.
You got to zero in on this.
No, I'm not. I'm about to level this thing out. So if that's the case, then why do coaches get fired when players get injured? Because
I'm not. I don't. I mean, if you want to change the subject,
I'm not changing.
Story,
no, you brought.
We're talking about Tua.
But you brought.
Let's stay on topic here.
But you brought up injuries. You brought up injuries. I didn't bring up injuries. You brought up injuries, and I'm saying to you this right here. If you look at
because you're blaming Tua for losing those 6 games.
Right. I am blaming him. He's the quarterback. It falls on the quarterback if you win, lose, or draw, right? And now you're putting all these scenarios in. Like, I'm gonna give you, for example, like when the Rams won the Super Bowl, and the next year they had an offensive line that had not played together not all season long, right? But nobody talked about that. They talked about how inconsistent that team was, right? They were the first team that win win the Super Bowl and come back only win 5 games or 6 games or whatever, right? So that scenario of injury goes along with every team out there. But don't use that as a parable when a team loses, because that applies to everybody. But again, if you got a strong 53-man roster, it shouldn't really matter. Even though there's a big, to me, there's a big. Wait a minute, Kurt. Wait a minute. Let me finish. Even though I think the left tackle is the biggest part of the offensive line, if you lose your left tackle, that's big, because the left tackle that comes off the bench is not that good. He's not that good, but he's a left tackle, right? Right? Right. So that's my hope. Like, I'm gonna give you another example. San Francisco lost Trent Williams, and look what happened to San Francisco. Those 3 games they lost in a row because of one player. But
so you're making excuses for San Francisco, but I can't make it.
I'm not making excuses for San Francisco, but you brought up injuries, so I'm bringing up injuries where it mattered when the team when the team lost 3 games in a row, and we were on the air talking about that Brock Purdy shouldn't be the MVP that year, and that was my statement there. And Rich is here; he can contest to that. I said he lost 3 games in a row. And Rich came back and said, "Well, he lost a left tackle. He left this player. He lost that player. But if you're that dude, you step up to the next level, and you bring your team to where they got to be." And I'm not. And again, I'm not saying. I'm not saying Tua shouldn't have got paid. I'm just saying I wouldn't have paid him this year. I'd have paid Tua next year. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm not saying his stats says he should have got paid, right? But the stats are going to get you an AFC champ. You're going to get the Pro Bowl, and your stats will get you in the Hall of Fame. But if it doesn't get you a football, the Super Bowl win, this pretty much not is non and void, because now it's your individual stuff that's getting you to where you want to go. Because I don't know nobody comes in the NFL and says I want to be a Hall of Famer without winning the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying that he shouldn't have got his money. I'm just saying I wouldn't have gave him his money right now. And when I'm listening to the guy, I was like, yo, he got a great point about it. You know what I'm saying? He had a great point. But again, he also did say that they're going to take a step back this year, and their window of opportunity to win Super Bowl is in the next 3 years. He said, the guys basically, I guarantee you that they win the Super Bowl next 3 years. But I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't have gave him his money right now. I'd have waited to the end of the year to give him his money. But that's just me personally.
But why would you wait?
Like, why would you wait? That's why I called you more next year.
What'd you say, Rich?
Why would you wait? Like,
why would you wait?
If you wait to the end of this year, so then you're not paying them 52.1 or 53, whatever it is. You're paying them 60.
You're paying them 60.
Well, okay, but 60 is the going rate, which he got right now. Right?
Well, no, he got 52.
He got 52.
Okay, 52. So somebody's gonna come along and get 60.
Absolutely.
Sooner or later, Patrick Mahomes might be the next guy. He might get 60. They may redo his contract. Or I'm sorry, not home. I'm talking about. I meant to say that he might be the guy to get 60, right? You know what I'm saying? He's going to get 60 with Dallas or without Dallas. He's going to get 60 with the Cowboys or without the Cowboys. He's going to get his money. You know what I'm saying? But again, the only thing I'm saying is that I'm not saying Tua shouldn't have got paid. I'm just saying I don't think I wouldn't have paid him right now. Because if you're going to give him that type of money, what's another $8 million?
A lot.
Not really. It's not a lot when you know there's a new. There's going to be
another
there's going to be
players.
Huh?
$8 million is 3 players.
Right. But again, look at it like this. So we got all these quarterbacks making all this money, and now you can't sign no other players to your team. So what's the difference in giving Tua money now than giving Tua money? And this is my point. You sign those players you need to sign right now, and you give Tua his money next year, then you're good to go. How many times have we seen like the Buffalo Bills gave Josh Allen all that money, and now they got to figure out that they had to get rid of the defensive backs, the line, the safety, the free safety, and had to go somewhere else. They had to go draft. So the thing about it is though, is that I'm not mad at them for getting the money. Get all your money. Get every dime you can get from these owners. But then at the end of the day, don't be mad at me when you can't get guys on your team that's going to help your team win Super Bowls.
And
right?
see, that's where I think.
And that's where I think. Go ahead.
That's where I think that.
That's where I think
that Tua said, "Okay, I'm going to take
said,
less
okay,
today."
I'm going to take less
Because
today.
Tyreek's already talking about I need a new contract. Waddle signed. So now it's Achan's coming up. Moster's probably going to walk away into the sunset. So we probably have to replace him. You probably going to have to pay for a tight end at some point. I mean, I don't know what their tight end situation is like. I don't really pay attention to Miami. And you got to build this defense. So Tua's taken care of. So he's out the way for the next 4 years. So now we can take whatever we make and put into the defense because our quarterback is paid. We just got to extend Tyreek. Waddle's in the saddle, and we just got to build depth along the O line and take care of this defense.
And honestly, when it comes to Tyreek, I'm a franchising. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take care of what I got to take care of. But again, you look at the teams look at all the teams that like the Rams, they just restructured Stafford's contract again for the third time, right? So I think what's going on right now is these quarterbacks are taking all this money and they're coming back to him saying, "Yo, I need you to get some of this money back," but then they turn around and give more guaranteed money up front. So that we can bring players to the team. And I'm not saying that's not going to happen with Tua. Tua he's a team guy. He probably would do the same thing, right? He probably would do the same thing because he's looking at the picture of, okay, we need this guy, we need that guy, we need this guy. But prior to now, ain't no quarterbacks taking no pay cut no more. You know what I'm saying? Then you got very few that will take a pay cut or restructure the contract to bring other players in to help their team because they're saying it's not my fault that you gave me this money and now you have to figure out how to surround me around good players. But again, I mean, even though and Rich, you had a great point to them signing him now, where they can sign him now and then they got room because the salary cap is going to go up next year. They got room to sign other players. And I didn't really look at it like that until you said it, but that's a great point right there. You know what I'm saying? So if they're looking at it from that point of view, then that's a great move for them. That's a great move for them. Even though I think Miami's going to win the division. I think they addressed their needs through the draft and through the free agency. I think that's their division. I don't think the Jets. Mo, go ahead, Mo.
I'm just saying, bro. Aaron Judge is a bad man.
Aaron
That's his
Rodgers.
second home run.
Aaron
I
Judge.
ain't even paying attention to baseball. I'm watching Aaron Judge, man. 9-3, baby.
See this
9-3.
See this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. See the disrespect I get from two of my co-hosts. One watch baseball and the other one don't watch Olympics, and this is what we're talking about.
Hey, bro.
This is why I am who I am.
Aaron Judge,
I am versatile because
I don't skip Aaron Judge at bats. I don't skip
I gotta be Rich Curry and Matthew. I gotta be that dude to know everything. Cause look, see what I'm saying? This is how we do me. He watching baseball. I got the Olympics on right here. I have not turned and looked at the Olympics at all because we was having a great conversation.
We're having a great
But
conversation.
if it's about the Steelers, if we was about the Steelers, it'd have been all in. It'd have been all in.
No,
You see
I
how
wouldn't have
much
issue that either because all y'all want to do is just bash my Steelers.
Wait a minute, you see how much he was in when I said about him playing the video game to figure out how to do the kickoff. He's like, he came. No, he ain't. He was just joking around. Oh man. But again, I'm cool with Tua really getting this money, right? So the next question was let's talk about Dak. And
Before we do that, we do that, let's talk about the person you brought up. Think about how much Mahomes' contract looks like such a steal now.
But again, see, but see, you know what? This is the part that pisses me off about him, is that he got his contract and they couldn't pay Tyreek Hill. They end up trading him, right?
And they still won a Super Bowl.
And yeah, I get it, but my thing is that you wouldn't take a pay cut because of that right there, because of keeping Tyreek Hill. So to me, that means that maybe the chemistry was off a little bit because they could have kept him.
Look how much his contract is less than everybody else's now. He's making like $40 million a year.
Yeah, because it's out the 10-year contract, right?
Yeah.
So I mean that at the time everybody was like, that's crazy money. But when you look at it, because if you look like we all of us are saying right now that we know Dak is a $60 million dude, right?
Nah, we don't know it. He's gonna get it, but he ain't that dude.
Yeah,
Is he a cowboy?
I think he is. He's not gonna be a cowboy though. I think he's done with being a cowboy. You know, but this is the question I want to ask you guys. When we heard Jerry Jones say, yes, sir.
Real quick, I can get an update with the Seahawks.
Go ahead.
So Byron Murphy, who we drafted, turns to the FBI over attempted extortion for $15,000.
Say what again?
Byron Murphy turns to FBI over attempted extortion, as he was accused by a adult model alleging that she owes him $15,000 because she I guess has evidence or some kind of evidence, but he bought her content, but he's declining on it and is asking for the FBI to get involved on it to help him on his side.
Wow.
Other than that, Dirty Mess, Jackson Smith-Njigba, they're going to have him as a deep wide receiver. Geno Smith-Sharp on the train camp. And Sam Howell is struggling.
Come on, go ahead and talk about DK being traded to the Steelers.
Wait, can I say something?
We don't wait until a trade deadline.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, Rich.
Pat Mahomes makes $37 million this year, right? The next 3 years, $66 million, $68 million, $64 million. He just did some restructuring like 2 years ago.
So if you think about it, he's right there where they're going to be at in the next couple years.
Yeah.
He's right there. So they projected that. They projected that out 10 years of how much he's going to be getting. So it looked like it's still a steal for them, right?
It's going to be average.
Exactly.
No, that's CapEx.
But let me ask you guys a question.
That's not meaning he's making that much money. That just means his signing bonus is actually going to be pushed. Future deals. That's his cap.
Well, no,
because when he did the restructure,
but it's the but the guaranteed money is what they restructure. When they restructure, you get the guarantee.
Yes, and they did that the first 2 years. Yeah, he's already got his money.
Yeah, he has no guaranteed money.
Okay, because he got it up front, right? He got how much did he get? He got
this is his last year, or next year is his last year guarantee, which is going to be 32. And then 2026 on, he has no guaranteed money left.
He didn't do any restructure thing.
He did something because he's getting $45 million base. And then
he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
He did something.
This is what he did something. No, this is what it was going to be from the beginning. This is what it's going to be. It was going to be a big jump right here, I mean, he's getting what he's getting, and then the jump comes the next 2 or 3 years down the road where he's going to be in the 60s
Right.
or something like that.
Right.
So,
Well, he has a
getting back
32
to
million signing bonus next year. Well,
Yeah.
roster bonus rather.
Yeah.
roster bonus, that's
what he
So
did.
get
I was gonna say he made some changes.
He did do some
getting back to
restructuring.
the
He's got
Cowboys.
guaranteed money.
Yeah.
So
Next
getting
year.
back to the Cowboys, when Jerry Jones said he was all in, we as fans were like, what did he mean by all in? We thought that they was going to go out there and get them a quarterback. I mean, go out there and get them a running back. They're going to draft this guy. They're going to free agency guy. They're going to spend some money on some people, and he didn't do it. And when I listened to him say that again, I think he's at the point now. He's like, look, I got this team where it is. Now it's left up to you guys to get over the hump. If you don't do it this year, then you're gone. And this is why McCarthy didn't get a new contract. Dak's situation is completely different because Dak has them over a barrel over the falls because he can't be franchised. He can't be tenured. He can't be. He has a no trade clause, so he has Dallas right where he wants him. I'm surprised that most quarterbacks did not include that in their new deals as far as getting new contracts concerned. And maybe the owners learned from this situation that they wasn't going to give that. I'm not saying they didn't. They might ask. They're like, nah, we're not doing that. I would at least say don't franchise me. I don't want to be franchised no more. As far as the trading thing is concerned, I wouldn't leave that in. So Dallas took the okie doke, and now they're suffering behind this because now Dak you can't trade him unless his team that he wants to go to. And now they're bringing up they brought up the Rams.
Just a heads up, it is Dak's birthday.
Oh, okay.
He's 31.
They brought up Pittsburgh, the Rams, and somewhere else. I can't think. It was somewhere else. They brought his name up that he made.
Also, I know where Dak's gonna go.
Seattle.
Nah, even better than Seattle.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
He's gonna go to CBS and join Tony Romo. And they're gonna be doing the Cowboy games together.
Did you say the Giants? I think
he's going to where every career dies.
Miami.
I think he's going to Detroit.
They love West Chicago.
Goff is going to stink it up, and he's in Detroit.
No,
or LA.
They just signed guys. They did. Well, did you talk about the Chargers?
Yep.
Well, they just signed Herbert to a new contract too.
Herbert's going to be on the move. I'm telling you, if he doesn't run this offense the way that Jim Harbaugh does his thing, he is out of there.
Well, I think he likes him. That's why I think he went to. I think that's why he went to the Chargers because he likes him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he likes him as a quarterback. So he's going to give him all the chances in the world to get it right compared to getting it wrong. But I think it was the Rams, Pittsburgh, and the Giants, if I'm not mistaken. These are three teams that they said that Dak could end up going to next season. But again,
throw Philly in there too.
I don't think they're going. I don't think they're gonna get rid of Jalen Hurts. I think it's.
I don't know that him and the coach don't get along.
But see, I think the coach is gonna. I think the coaches, if we get a chance, we talk about them. We probably don't because we only got 6 minutes left. But we're gonna talk about the coaches in the NFL that's on the hot seat. But
hey, I tell you, coach, a team that Dak could go to, and I don't think that team is really sold on that quarterback, even after they gave him a big pay increase, and that's the Giants. And
the Giants, they're not. Yeah.
That quarterback, I mean, he ain't gonna be around long.
Kerry, I think that will probably be the best move for Dak, to be honest with you, was to go to the Giants because they don't have no confidence in the quarterback. Mo looking at me like, why not Pittsburgh? Because y'all got Jay Fields.
I said the Giants.
Jay Fields is on special teams.
He's gonna be. Oh, that's going to Pittsburgh. He's gonna be the new Slash.
Who that?
Nah, we don't. Nah, Fields gonna be our number 2 wide receiver.
Fields gonna be our number 2 wide receiver.
But again, like we know that Dak is going to get that. He's going to be 60. He's going to get 60. Because the window of opportunity is out. Because I don't think Jerry is willing to pay guys like he's been paying them before. He's like, I'm tired of this. I'm not understanding why they're not signing CD Lamb, or just give him a 1-year deal and then. I mean, you could give him 28 mil, right? A little bit more than Jefferson, okay. And then you could turn around and franchise him, and he gets what, 30 maybe, and then you can negotiate to get him a new contract. That way you can get all the pieces that you need around the quarterback that you're going to have, because Dak's not going to be there. I just don't. I like what Dak did because he suckered the Cowboys into a deal. And guys, think about this though. The year before he had a good year, that's the year, his 3rd year, I think it was. They should have signed him then. But they didn't want to, they wanted to wait. And you think about what he had a good running back, he had good wide receivers, and he had a great offensive line. The offensive line had been suspect ever since Dak's been there. But that team was set up for Romo to do well. He steps in since Romo gets hurt, and he leads them to the playoffs. Now they lose, but now he has something to work with. But now he's doing so well. Now you got to pay him. Why not? Like Rich said, why not pay him now and then take care of everybody else afterwards that you need to take care of? But then but Dallas knows that giving him $60 million, that leaves them outside naked in a thong and a pair of flip-flops, because now they have no more money to give nobody else.
How are you naked with a thong and flip-flops on?
Because that's all you had on, is a thong and flip-flops.
That means you're not naked.
As Bernie Mac would say, you're bucking naked. You're bucking naked.
That's not bucking naked. Bucking naked means you got nothing.
Yeah, but I can't put him out there like that. You know, I gotta at least give him a G-string or a pair of thongs or something.
You should have read.
But I mean,
should have read between the lines with Jerry Jones already.
But see, everybody.
All in meant one thing.
But Dana, you're right, because when he said
I'm not paying nobody.
Because when he said that, everybody's like, "Oh, he's all in." He's like, "Yeah, we're all in," but he was all in for a different reason, because he said, "I'm not paying you guys no more money because I've given y'all what y'all wanted. We drafted who we supposed to draft, and we still can't get over the hump, right?" And you look at the game against Green Bay. Dak did throw an interception, but he's not the reason why they lost. Dallas defense stunk. It looked like they was playing in mud. So you can't blame all of that on Dak. But again, Dak says where is he at in the, as far as let me see stats. Where's Dak at? NFL.
Hey, Kevin, can I interrupt you there?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
You say you can't blame that on Dak?
No. What I'm saying is that if
I thought I heard you say you can't blame all that on Dak.
No, you can. No, what I'm saying is that the defense didn't step up. Because you
had why the playing field different for Tua?
Because you said Tua had players that were injured. You said Tua had players. Dallas didn't have nobody injured on their defense other than the one cornerback, but they had Micah. They had everybody else on the defense, and Jordan Love in his first playoff game shredded them. Dallas looked like the defense was playing in mud. Nobody expected that game to go that way. Everybody expected Dallas to win that game, and move on and play San Francisco, and it didn't happen. So that's when I think Jerry's like, okay, what else do I have to do, or what else do I have to do to get this team over the hump to win a playoff game or to get to the division, to get to the NFC Championship game? Because if you get to the NFC Championship game or the AFC Championship game, you don't make a lot of changes because you're already there. Now you just got to figure out, you got to tweak some things here and there and say, okay, we got here, and this is what we got to work on to get back again. You know what I'm saying? Well, you never get there. How do you know what you need to fix? You know what I'm saying? Because now Jerry's saying, I can't fix all this. I gave you the keys to the castle, and if you don't produce this year, the castle gonna turn into sand, and a lot of people are gonna be mad, and they're gonna move on.
Jerry can fix it though.
Jerry can fix it though. How can he fix it?
Well, he can't do it this year.
But
DeMarcus Lawrence is in his last year. His 2025 is void. He's unrestricted. He's $20 million against the cap. He can easily fit CD and Micah into that.
In the 20.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Micah's at $5 million against the cap this year. Okay, so you add. You're going to give him a huge signing bonus. But you could fit Micah because he's probably going to make 24, 23, 24. He's going to be the highest paid.
He's going to want more than that.
CD's going to be around 30, 31. Oh, he can get that done. He can get those two done. He can't get that done.
That's what I'm saying. That's the issue that they're having, that they can't.
Well, not really, because because Dak is opening up $55 million. That's what he is against the cap this year. It's 55.
Right.
And so he could easily get all three signed. He just can't do nothing else.
Right. So he can sign. They said CeeDee Lamb is going to be the first person they take care of.
Yeah.
And then they're going to take care of Micah. Yeah. Micah's still on his rookie contract. Mm-hmm. But you think about it, Micah's is considered the best linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right. Would anybody agree with that?
I don't agree with it, but
Mo is shaking his head.
TJ Watt is a linebacker.
And I'm gonna say this: Micah got Rookie of the Year, bench to the Pro Bowl 3 years in a row. Any incentives that he had in his contract is probably they were already done, right? Any bonuses that he got, there's already done. So now, this year he's playing off just a straight contract for if you want to be technical about it, and he's saying, okay, I'll play off my contract right now, but next year you got to pay me, right? So he's going to ask for the most money, and right now he's probably the next linebacker they're going to get paid, because the last linebacker that got the big money was a guy from Baltimore, right? So he's making 23, 24, and Rich was right on point saying 24, 25, but I think Micah probably going to want 30. Because
Micah
of all the
playing
things
he's not getting 30.
Micah's playing. He's playing edge. He's playing everywhere. He's going to want to get paid like an edge.
He's not going to get paid like an edge because that's not his position. His position is a linebacker. And see that
TJ Watt is a linebacker.
Right, he getting paid as a linebacker. He's not
getting paid. TJ Watt is making almost 30. He's making like 27.
Right, but he's not getting paid as a defensive end. He's getting paid as a linebacker, and that's the problem. Remember, we were talking about coming in as an athlete and not as a position player, because that way you can write your own ticket. So I'm thinking when your boy from San Francisco got his new deal, the defensive end, who was that, Rich?
Nick Bosa.
When Nick Bosa got his money, all these Dallas Cowboys fans said, Micah's next. I said, next to do what? Get paid like that. I said, Joe, he's listed as a linebacker. It's like, so what? I said, this ain't play defense end. I said, I don't care. He's a linebacker. I said, he's going to get paid as a linebacker. I said, and the dude from Baltimore got 23, 24. I said, right now, Micah's worth 25. Micah's probably worth 28. And if he balls out again this year and he goes to the Pro Bowl again this year, he breaks records this year, that puts him at 30. And If you do a 4-year deal at 30, that's 120 million, right? And you get guaranteed, say you get guaranteed 55 of it, all right, and then you got to break your bonuses down, and that might be doable for them because the cap's going up. But again, I think that Jerry is definitely making all decisions. And I tell you what, if I'm the head coach, and this is another thing. Who's gonna be the head coach that wants to come in and the coach can't say, yo, did y'all see the interview? McCarthy's on there with his hands doing like this, playing with his hands. Jerry doing all the talking.
Looking down.
And I'm saying to myself, how can you're the coach. Let him coach. Let him do the talking. Financially, you do, and let your son do what he does.
Basically, Jerry Jones is the grandmother.
Yeah, just sit back.
He's like Silver there.
He just need to sign his name to the checks and be done with it. That's all he need to do. He's ruining.
A coach that'll go in there and coach under Jerry Jones.
Who's that?
It's still unloving.
Who you think, Curry?
Bill Belichick.
Speaking of Big Bill,
because Bill Belichick already got all the Super Bowl rings he needs.
He just needs wins.
He's already got everything. The only thing that Bill Belichick don't have is the all-time winning record as wins, and he's a few wins behind Don Shula. If he goes in and coach for the Dallas Cowboys, he knows he's going to win 10, 11, 12, 13 games every year. In 2 years, he'll surpass him. He ain't worried about no championship. He'll put up with Jerry for 2 years.
now with Bill right now.
So you know Bill, San Francisco, Rich. Your coach asked him to come there and do whatever he wanted to do. He turned him down.
Yeah.
He turned him down.
So this is a head coaching job in the near future. Like you said, I got him going. Where I got him going? I got him going to the Jets.
Who?
I think that's Bill Belichick.
Now the update with him is that yesterday him and the Philadelphia Eagles had a meeting. And the catch is.
Wait a minute, Dana. Go ahead.
But it won't be Dallas.
Wait a minute, Dana. Go ahead, Matthew.
So Bill and Philly had a meeting yesterday morning. And the catch is if Sirianni can't get the job done this season to the expectation that Philly wants, they'll make the phone call to Bill and Bill will agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
Yep.
Dana, what was you saying, Dana? Real quick.
I said, if Bill Belichick goes back to coaching, he won't be an AFC. He'll be an NFC.
But see, I'm gonna tell you why I think that he goes back to the Jets, so he can stick it to the Patriots. I think that drives him more than anything. Like I agree with Curry said that he needs those wins to have the most wins, and that's something that he doesn't have. But I'm telling you, he will want to stick it to the Patriots just to go back and coach the Jets, because I don't care what nobody say. They got the Jets going to the playoffs. They got the defense, and unless they get Adams, I don't see it happening.
I think Bill Belichick burnt that bridge when he had that Jets job, and then he before his ink got dry in the contract, he said, "Man, no, I don't want this job."
Yeah, and that's the
thing. I
thing.
think he burnt that bridge.
But you know what though? If you think about it, he was young in years, all right, and I think
now he's old and washed up.
But the thing about it is, I'm gonna say this to you: it doesn't matter how old you are. If you got good people around you, they'll make you look great. They will make you look great. I'm gonna give you for example, Nick Saban. Look at what he did with Alabama. Look at all the coaches that was around him. He made their team look great. If you got a great supporting cast, it makes you look awesome. But I think he's coming back next year. I think it's gonna be the Jets. But Curry got a good point about going to Dallas because he know Dallas could get at least 10 wins.
Now to Rich's team, the reason he did decline was with his son and with his girlfriend. He wants to spend more quality time with them.
But wait a minute, how you gonna spend quality time with them when you gonna be on NBC or CBS or ABC, whatever, every Sunday? Well, how you gonna? That's like Michael Jordan saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna play basketball no more because I want to spend time with my family." But you go play baseball. How did that? The math ain't mathing.
All right, he got that 24-year-old. Even if you're
well, the thing is,
real
quick,
Matthew.
I do see him going to a new NFL team this year, but he wants to focus with his son. It's not like within reality. It's with football. Like he wants to make him a better defensive coordinator in college. Now with the wife, the girlfriend, she wants to show him like what's outside of football. Like the realization.
Would you say Matthew? I mean, Rich.
She's like 27, but she can't show him anything he hasn't seen 1,000 times. He's 100.
Yeah, I don't know why he would date a 27-year-old in the first place. I know she looked good. Everything's put together. But man, you're 70 years old. What is wrong with you? You gonna have a heart attack
from Viagra.
You gonna have a heart attack fooling with that. You gonna have a heart attack fooling with that.
From a Blue Chew.
All right, guys. We it's 2 hours 11 minutes. We had a great conversation at the end, as we always do. So next week, I think Rich said he gonna give us 30 minutes of some conversation, sports conversation. Can you do that, Rich?
I'm gonna give it my best shot. I gotta get ready.
Okay. So guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but me and Rich have been talking offline, and Rich wants to have a show. So I'm gonna work with Rich to get this thing up and running. Probably I will probably be doing a Thursday night show for high school football. That's the one I was telling you guys about, and I'll tell y'all more about that later on. Once hopefully all the paperwork gets done and taken care of, and God be willing, allow me to do something like that going forward. But that can help us out tremendously what we're trying to accomplish here. But I'll be talking to Rich this week sometime, and we see what we can do. Find out a day he can come on and just do what he does. Dana, he definitely wanted the Miami Dolphins to come on the show. He said he got some facts. He gonna fact check you on some things. But I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Hey, I have one more question before we go.
Go ahead, Dana.
Why the Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers have all the preseason games on the NFL Network? Why they have the most? They lose. Both of them, they lose. Don't watch this. Recipe for losing.
Dana, if you get Peacock, you get to watch all the games, man.
I can get Peacock and watch all the games?
Yeah, they're on Peacock.
All right, man.
All right, guys.
Thank you for staying with me. I don't want to watch that
crap. All right, guys. Hey, swimming's on right now on Olympics, so if you want to check it out, you can. But I appreciate you guys coming on tonight.
I'm watching now, Ken.
Thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. As you know, we was off last week, but we're back on. And just having fun doing what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, just remember though, come September, we'll be back on from 6 to 8. because we want you guys to enjoy your football, Monday Night Football, things of that nature. So, you guys have a good night. You guys have a good night. Be safe out there. Love your family and let them know that you love them. It is what it is.
Sorry for your loss, Kev.
Thank you for listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show. You have been entertained in the sports world by K. Dix from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with a large heart, Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. Remember, we throw stones and we do live in glass houses. Big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. Stay ready to be ready. You have been listening to an In the Zone Sports Talk Radio production. Remember, you can hear us again on star107fm.com on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to download the Try 99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support.